From the land of the rising sun comes the fiercest fighters, the hardest hits, and the brightest lights in pro wrestling. Joshi isn't just wrestling, it's heart, passion, and rebellion packed into every single match. So lace up your boots, crank up the volume, and get ready to dive into the world where idols become icons and legends are born in the ring. This is where passion meets punk and wrestling meets pure chaos. Welcome to the Cult of Joshi with your host, Raja and John.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Cult of Joshi. I'm your host, Raja, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, John.
Hello.
And here we are, back again on the opposite side of the Forbidden Door now, with so many things to talk about related to our favorite Stardom girls who were just all over the place this weekend.
Somebody needs to shut that door and use some nails and some cement. And
we all just need to calm down a little bit, I think, because wow, this weekend was so much fun. There was so much going on, including 3 Stardom shows separate from Forbidden Door.
Very much a tale of two kitties, because it was us almost doing a show just based on the house shows alone. The house shows were amazing of Stardom.
Oh man,
and they were just fun. There was little fun, crazy things smattered throughout, like we always talk about. Don't miss the house shows.
You can't.
Then Forbidden Door is this whole journey of its own.
Oh man, but it's just the emotional journey and the roller coaster that you go on sometimes with a show that long, but also that good.
Yeah, no, it was great the whole way through. And somehow they can have a show. It doesn't matter if it's 4 hours, 6 hours, 16 hours. It doesn't matter. When the pacing is there and the stories are there and just the emotional highs, and it's a trip, buddy. And we thought at that point that was like the big argument. Do we do the show now?
Do we do the show right after Forbidden Door?
Well, there's that Korakuen Hall show, and it's Utami's title shot. So
we should probably wait until after.
So we waited. And
it was hard.
And there's just so many, just like even going through notes, it's like the excitement and roller coaster of what we're about to go over. So, Raja!
We have problems because we just want to talk about things the moment we see them, and we have to be strategic about it, which is not always fun. We just want to do everything by the seat of our pants, essentially. But we have so much to talk about just from the Stardom side of things alone. So we're going to jump right in, starting off with AEW Forbidden Door, which was this past Sunday. And man, from the pre-show, they just had us hooked. There were 4 women's matches across Forbidden Door on the pre-show and the main card. So the pre-show actually had 2 women's matches, starting off with the final qualifying match to see who the last person in the survival of the fittest match for the TBS title would be. And this qualifier was fought between Sky Blue and Micah. And man, this match was so good. They both did incredible. Micah showed up to play, and she was on, dude. It was like one of the better Micah matches that you're gonna see in Stardom or otherwise. And she always turns it on when she's in America. I feel like she's mostly, if not completely, undefeated in her American appearances at this point, because she did defeat Sky Blue to get into the survival of the fittest match for the TBS title on Wednesday.
Yeah, I mean, Micah looked amazing as you expect her to look. And she did bring a little bit more, at least it felt that way. A
little flair.
And it's hard because the rings are different. In Stardom, the ropes are more made for them.
Yes.
And, so it's a whole new system. And anybody who's never been in a different ring, when you're used to one ring, that part by itself is hard. So thankfully, Micah's already come over. She did the Ring of Honor show. She's a little bit fresh, a little bit with it. And this match delivered. It had the intensity. I really feel like Sky Blue, man, part of me really wanted Sky Blue to be there.
She's so talented.
She's just so freaking talented, and she can really hang with anyone and wrestle anyone's style, which speaks highly of Sky Blue.
It does.
But
I love Sky Blue.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was not expecting Micah to win this match.
I know you weren't.
I said, oh my God, 50 times when she won.
Yeah,
I was so surprised.
It was crazy. I mean, but Micah, like you said, she showed up and she showed out and, did some of the bigger moves, which really really is going to be what gets her over, I think.
Yeah.
Because she can't go on the size thing because she's still going to be shorter than some of the American girls, but she's right at that right size for the U.S.
Yes, and can we just talk about this San Jose crowd who were just completely into it from the moment the show kicked off?
W San Jose.
They were so into this match. They gave Micah all the love and reception that she deserved. And also, we had Walker Stewart on the call for Forbidden Door for most of the show, which was really cool because of his connection with, of course, New Japan, but also with commentating on Stardom. So he's going to know more than your typical American commentator about the girls.
Isn't it funny that that's separate things now?
It
so,
is.
it's not like he's getting the one check if he does anything. And of course, we haven't heard him on Stardom since the change.
No, I'm not sure if he's still working with Stardom or if he's just exclusively New Japan now, but it was cool to hear him here.
They need to just, I would like to hear him on AEW all the time, honestly.
I know, he did so well. He sounded awesome, as he always does. So it was just a fun surprise to have him show up here. And then the other women's match on the pre-show was for the AEW Women's Tag Team titles, where Lena Cross and Megan Bayne put their titles on the line against Thunder Rosa and Olympia of CMLL. Awesome match. Obviously, very much all the power moves, right? All the strong ladies in here. And this was definitely Divine Dominion's toughest match to date with those tag team titles. They did win. They did retain, but Olympia and Thunder Rosa definitely gave them a run for their money there.
Isn't it funny how there's still Stardom related to that?
I know. Like a lot of Stardom, with Megan. And of course, Olympia was there for a little while.
And Japan with Lena. And,
Lena being in Sendai Girls and things like that. Like we've seen all these girls in Japan. I think Thunder Rosa has even been there.
Oh, yeah.
Like for a little while. So 2 awesome women's matches on the pre-show, just getting us ready for all the action. And dude, Forbidden Door in general kicked off with 3 just crazy matches. They were not women's matches, but Jesus, talk about throwing you in the deep end at the beginning of a pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah, the roller coaster was going.
But the first women's match on the main card we got to see was the one I think most people were most excited for the AEW Women's World Championship, Starlight Kid versus Tekla. And oh my goodness, Starlight Kid, she shone like the star that she is in this match. And I think she definitely made a lot of new fans coming out here and just completely owning this AEW ring. And her and Tekla work like magic together anyway. This was one of Tekla's best matches since she got to AEW. And it was just beautiful. It was a magical match.
Yeah, no, it was incredible. And, just, it don't matter if it was Divine Punishment. It don't matter what... Just some of the things you're going to see from Starlight Kid that if you've never seen Starlight Kid, just seeing some of the intensity, seeing the facials, that's some of the things that people may not realize, going into it. And I love that. I love that because we get to take that for granted.
Yeah.
But,
because we see a lot of it.
Yeah, but she's out there selling with her, even with a mask on. She has better facials than 99% of the women in wrestling.
Of course, yeah.
You could just see it through her eyes. You could just feel it through her body, what she's doing, what she's working on. The fact that her and Tekla were so familiar, we knew we were going to get a Stardom match.
Yeah.
And we got a Stardom match.
Oh,
we
so good.
Absolutely did. I love this match. I love this match so much. And I just think, dude, This was really, really good.
It was. That Divine Punishment on the apron was a turning point in the match. Like, that allowed Starlight Kid to really get her footing. I think if she had been able to hit a star suplex, that she might have gotten Tekla's number.
She teased it. I mean, and the coolest thing about this is it's not over, right? So
far from over.
with the spit on, with taking the mask from Starlight Kid, with the Okada. Throwing the mask at Okada afterwards.
Beating him as well.
Then coming out to the press conference with the mask on.
Oh my God. Yeah, this is not over.
So it's not over. She's not just spitting on Stardom now. She's defacing, literally.
Literally taking the face of Stardom.
Defacing Stardom. Because Starlight Kid is Stardom. She
is.
She's literally the face of the place. And it was just really cool because now I can just see the girls lining up.
Yeah, like it definitely opens the door, right?
Yeah.
No pun intended, but that it shows me that we're definitely going to have more Stardom involvement, especially around the World Championship and where Tekla's involved, because she has this war declared against Stardom. They're not going to take that lying down.
I know what would be really cool. There's how many spaces are left in the 5-star?
2.
Wouldn't it be cool if that was Julia and Sky Blue?
It would be cool. I'd love to see them over in Stardom. I'd love to see them get the chance to really show what they're capable of and also to like learn a few things.
Just with what's happened, that would be so cool.
Even just one of them coming over would be awesome. Like, I would love that crossover.
I'm being greedy.
I know. It's okay. We're allowed to be a little greedy sometimes. But the final women's match on Forbidden Door was one of the 3 main events of the show. It was the final of the women's side of the Owen Hart tournament. And this match was Maya World versus Mercedes Moné, and this match easily made its way into the top 5 matches, like the longest women's matches in AEW, all of which belong to Mercedes Moné. She loves going a long time, and she's freaking good at it. Let me tell you, this match was fantastic. Poor Maya World. I felt so bad for her. Her gear malfunctioned at the beginning of the match, like the very start, and it kind of slowed things down a little, but she was trying to fix it. But there was a point where she was just like, you know what, screw it, and she just wrestled the rest of the match with her gear basically half off. It was crazy, but she didn't let that deter her. She kicked out of Mercedes' hardest hitting moves, and Mercedes, of course, she has those crazy facials where she just can't believe what she's seeing or what's going on. But Mercedes Moné is the CEO. She is one of the strongest women in wrestling today, and she did win the Owen Hart tournament for the second time. So she will be going on to All In to face whoever the AEW Women's World Champion is at the time.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this is, you talk about overachieving, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maya World, there's nothing that, I've seen some people online and stuff, they're like, oh, Maya World should have won. Listen, I mean, either way, this match was classic, and you have to go with the fact that Maya is so young in her career, and Mercedes has been there, seen that, done that. And honest to God, man, pulling this match that she did,
it was crazy.
There's no hidden fact of who the architect was in this match, because you can watch any Mercedes 20-minute plus match, and you're going to see this. So yeah, it was a lot of emotion. That always makes a match feel different, as compared to like if you're in a gym with 10 people.
Right.
But this match, I think, would have stood it either way. It was a great match.
It was.
It had all the elements in there. It had the story. It had the emotion. It had the stakes, right?
Yeah.
So
the stakes are the highest that they can possibly be at this time of year.
so when you're judging a match as far as longevity and stuff, I think all those things have to be sprinkled into your decision making on how great it is.
Exactly.
So it was definitely great.
Yeah, and you have to keep in mind that Maya making it to the finals of this tournament in general is absolutely amazing for what she's done so far in her career. And it was a great run she had. And they even made sure to throw in that little segment with Athena to kind of like let people know, hey, Maya World is not going anywhere because Athena still has her eyes set on her.
I think that maybe, that story where, she has Athena's number, I think that obviously has to go to Ring of Honor.
Oh, yeah.
And, I can see Maya World being the one.
She totally could be, because we've seen her pin Athena more than once by now. So it wouldn't be the biggest shock in the world if she ends up ending this crazy 3-year reign that Athena has been on. I would not even be surprised if that's where this ends up going. But Athena made it very clear that she does not believe Maya World's on her level, that she does not believe she deserves any of this. So that's going to be fun to see play out in that side of things.
Agreed.
But yeah, Forbidden Door, absolutely crazy. We're still going to get a little more of this coming up on Dynamite. Like we talked about, Micah will be there in this Survival of the Fittest match. I hope this match is so long. I hope they give it so much time. I hope it is just crazy. I mean, it's an elimination match, so it's going to be longer than a general match anyway, because you have to eliminate 5 people in order to win.
I'd love to see it go 45 minutes.
Oh, it would be so good.
It would be cool just to smash the long, how long they've had a women's match. And
yeah, especially considering all who's in it. Persephone, Hikaru Shida, Chris Statlander, Micah. I can't remember who else.
I mean, honestly, with Queen Aminata, and
Queen Aminata,
it's one of
I'm
those.
sleeping on you, girl. I'm sorry.
It's one of those things. She's gonna win now.
She will.
Yeah.
It's all on me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where you got all the elements to be able to make it a long match. But
Yeah.
honestly, if it's 8 minutes, I just hope it's a damn great match.
It's gonna be a great match.
Yeah.
I totally believe that. I cannot wait for Dynamite. But that being said, we have plenty of Stardom to talk about because there were 4 shows, 3 house shows, and a big Korakuen Hall show that we have to talk about. So let's get into these Japanese shows, starting with June 26th in Tajimi. We kick this one off with a tag team match, Emma Maishima and Azumi versus Yuna Mizumori and Natsupoi. And this, of course, is a prelude because Yuna Mizumori offered Emma Maishima a high-speed title match after she joined Neo Genesis. But there was, a little interesting moment in this match between Azumi and Yuna Mizumori, where Azumi was kind of taunting Yuna, kind of like, oh, you're the high-speed champion. Just hearing Azumi say the words high-speed.
Oh, yeah.
It just gets in your blood.
I thought maybe, because this is right, being the 26th, it was 25th here, so we were still getting to see my birthday stuff.
Yes.
And I thought maybe a little birthday magic was actually happening, because we want that so bad. Listen, it's not a step backwards. We've established this high-speed title is not, this is a big deal.
It is.
And so it's no future title, but it's they've just made these titles so important.
I know that every title means something crazy now.
The damn artist titles feel important. But yeah, Azumi was taunting her. We're just hoping, but she did taunt. It was not our imagination.
She said the words high speed out of her mouth during the match. Unfortunately for Azumi, Yuna and Natsupoi did win this match. Natsupoi hit the Fei Rail gift on Emma Maishima to pin her. He is no getting up after that, really. The next match was a 3-way match where Hanako took on Lady C and Miyu Amasaki, and this was your typical Stardom 3-way match, a lot of silliness and shenanigans. Hanako won this one with the JP coaster on Miyu Amasaki. The next match was a 3-way tag team match, so we had Kikyo Furusawa and Maki Ito versus Ruaka and Saya Kamatani versus Hazuki and Koguma.
Oh my god, this match.
This match was excellent. It was so good from start to finish.
Yes.
And there was a really cool moment in the match that we just have not been able to get out of our heads. Okay, so just picture, if you will, Hazuki is holding Kikyo Furusawa by the arms so that Saya Kamatani can attack her. And Saya comes up to do her spin kicks, her back spin kicks. She does 2 that they both duck. And then on the 3rd, Kikyo ducks so that Saya slams Hazuki in the face. But the way that Saya spins is so elegant and perfect. It kind of just blows my mind.
Yeah, it was just a beautiful spot. And listen, I want to give a shout out to Stardom production. So during these house shows, they did the most spectacular, except for the last night. Not Korakuen Hall, but the one before. It was still good, but it wasn't like the first couple shows.
Yeah.
The first couple shows, they had the ringside camera.
Yes.
And they had the hard cam, like 2 or 3 hard cams, but they had the ringside camera. And we talked in the past, sometimes it's not clear, it looks better when it's not live, because it does.
Yes.
But my God, it was clear. My God, having that ringside camera on the house shows, it made it so good because you get to hear the stomps on the ring. You get to hear the wood. You get to hear the ropes. You get to hear the grunts and the whistles and the screams and everything. It's so incredible. It's just a wonderful ambiance, you know, and you get to really feel it like you're front row. And that's one thing I love about when they use the ringside camera, no commentary, small arena, packed out. It's just something beautiful. This had it.
Yeah, especially on the second of the 3 house shows where it was like minimal cuts and we were just on this one ringside camera mostly the whole show. And it just felt like you were just so close and intimate with the whole show. It was so nice and we really enjoyed it.
Agreed.
The next match on this show was a 6-man match. Rana Yagami, Amisori, and Shiri versus Matoi Hamabe, Hanan, and Mei Seira. Now, this is interesting, mostly because of that second team that I mentioned there, because Matoi and Hanan make sense. They're both stars, but you throw Mei Seira in there, and man, are you looking at a powder keg.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of these things, like, we've talked about this so much. Any longtime listener knows. And we all joke about it on X and stuff, but Mei Seira and Hanan hate each other's guts.
They do.
And if it's a working thing, right, then they work it beautifully, but it's never paid off. So it makes you feel like, why do you do it if you're not going to pay this off, right? It's one of the things, there's some do's and don'ts in wrestling, and old timers will slap your wrist. Okay. And if you screw around with something, they're just like, it's kind of like doing a promo. And, you know, I've been calmed down before doing promos. If I'm cutting a promo on the announcer or I'm cutting a promo on somebody, and, you know, because it's like, are you having a match with Marty Ricker? No, I'm not. So you're not going to have a match with Marty Ricker. No. Then why are you talking about him like you're going to have a match with Marty Ricker?
Makes sense.
Because you can't get his heat back, you know, and it's one of those things. That's what's so funny about this is wrestling-wise, especially after how long this has been going on.
Literal years.
They can't be in the same room without a side eye. And it's so funny. It's like two dogs at the park that just really, these two dogs, man, you know what? They're nice enough by themselves. But they don't do well with other dogs.
Yeah,
and it's
exactly.
Like these two dogs can really smell each other, right? And they always give each other that look, like it's like, and you're like, oh shit, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But they teamed them together, these crazy people, and it was so much fun because during the whole match, you're kind of feeling like, oh no, she doesn't like her at all. She wouldn't.
Yeah.
May didn't even come out for the pose at the first.
No.
And it's such a little thing. If you're just watching and you're not part of this and you don't live this shit,
Yeah.
you wouldn't even have noticed.
No, it'd just be like, oh, she's not part of their faction or whatever.
Nothing-
like, you
yeah,
wouldn't
no-
even think about it.
Nothing was said. But the girls that are in a team, they always come out and pose together. It doesn't matter if they're in a faction or not.
Exactly.
And but May's over there like, no, just go on, girl.
Oh my
God.
God.
Just go on.
These two have been at each other's throats for years, and it's never come to a head the way we wanted it to. And it's even been such a long time since they've revisited this that when these two start fighting in a tag team in the ring, there are going to be people that are like, what is happening?
It makes me think like Hanan snuck into Chigusa's house and put itching powder in the bed, like when May was just a young girl. I don't know.
She might have done, but it seems like that we might be going somewhere with this. Not on this night, but it seems like there might be an in-game this time. Unfortunately, their little shenanigans did not help them out because Rana, Ami, and Shiri were able to win this match. Shiri submitted Matoi to win for God's Eye. The next match was another 6-man where Ane Kanaya, Aya Sakura, and Sayaka Kurara took on Bea Priestley, Konami, and Momo Watanabe. So little Cosmic Angels versus Hate. And this was kind of, I guess, like a little warm-up for the apprentices of Cosmic Angels. You know, they had that big assessment match coming up at Korakuen Hall. And this was a test for them.
It was a test for something else too.
That would happen.
So I'm not going to bury the lead here, but I'm just going to say, for those who know, you know, and you're already giggling. For those of you who don't know, boy, we're going to break down some shit here in a little bit. So
this like leads somewhere crazy.
You know, sometimes I talk about, I love watching something or living during a moment that you know 10 or 20 years down the road, whatever version of podcast 10 years or 20 years down the road, they're going to be talking about certain matches, right? They're going to talk about, because you know more stuff. Like 5 years go by, you know what was happening backstage. 10 years go by, you truly know because everybody's retired.
Yeah.
And they talk about this crap. So you go back to certain matches, and certain matches build and they become better over time and more beautiful, and we romance them, right? The idea of them. And I love when we see stuff, even little incidents accidental or not. And that's what we're going to get to. I just can't wait to talk about it, but go ahead.
Yes, nothing super crazy happened in this match. There was like a little incident where Ane Kanaya had a Boston Crab on Momo Watanabe, and she kind of fell backwards, but she didn't let go of Momo's legs, so it looked like she like almost bent Momo Watanabe in half, and I was like, oh my god, she's gonna break her back. But Momo got back at her because she did submit Ane Kanaya to win this match for the hate side. So I guess that was leading somewhere. We'll see. And in the main event of this first night, we saw Rion, Saya and Utami Hayashishita versus Xena, Akira Kuragane, and Suzu Suzuki. So we were just full of prelude matches during these nights for the Utami Suzu match because it was such a last minute crazy surprise decision from Suzu Suzuki to make this match with Utami. So they had to get these preludes in quick. Rion actually did a lot of heavy lifting during this match. She even hit a fisherman suplex on Suzu Suzuki, which looked awesome. But Suzu did pin Rion with the tequila shot to win for her side. And you know how Suzu is. She had to get a few little jabs in there at Utami and be haha, we're going to be facing soon. You better be ready. I love Suzu. She's just so funny sometimes.
She is. Great. It's a great main event, though.
It was. All these nights were so fun. You can tell sometimes when Okada is not around and like the girls kind of have free reign.
It got looser as it went, too.
Like they got crazier.
This whole weekend, if you go back and you watch it night by night,
yeah,
you kind of notice the first day of the substitute, everybody's kind of cool. They're acting. They might take longer bathroom breaks than normal, but they're still kind of cool. Second day comes, they start smoking in the bathroom.
At first, they're not sure how much they can toe the line, and then they just jump across it.
Third day comes. Ooh, they're tying the principal up. It's a lot. It just
gets worse.
Yeah.
So the next night on June 27th, we were in Fukui, and we kicked off this one with an 8-man match where Emma Maishima, Mei Seira, Miyu Amasaki, and Azumi took on Matoi Hamabe, Saya, Hanan, and Utami Hayashishita. So this was a lot of fun. There was like no preluding to this one. It was just a really fun 8-man with Neo Genesis versus a couple of really stronger, like it was like Stars and Utami. And there was a cool moment in this one where Emma hit like a ripcord version of the sling blade. I thought it looked really cool.
It was really cool.
But Matoi did end up pinning Emma Maishima with a sunset flip to win this match. And then Emma and Matoi kind of got into it a little bit after the match.
Yeah, they did. And that was awesome, too. I like seeing it. I love seeing Matoi with the win, but I don't love anything as much as what you're going to mention next.
You mean Hanan flashing the white belt at Mei Seira?
Yeah, that.
Oh, I think we're finally gonna pull the trigger on this. I think it's happening.
Can you imagine that as a white belt defense?
If they do this, if this is a white belt match, those two are gonna kill each other. Like, no bones about it. They do not like each other at all.
But better than that, it'll just be an incredible match.
Oh, yeah. Like, technically, yes, it will be beautiful.
Yeah, that's an all-timer, dude.
I cannot wait. If that's where we're heading for the next, even if we have to wait till after the 5-star, which I kind of hope we don't, but it's coming up quick, so we might have to.
Yeah.
The next match was a 6-man match, Rion, Kikyo Furusawa, and Maki Ito versus Ruaka Konami and Momo Watanabe. The hate team did get the win in this one. Ruaka pinned Kikyo with her body splash, and the IRG has, like, backstage, they have been talking about, like, we just can't get wins. Lately, they think it's because they're not an official faction yet. Like, that's what they're pushing for right now.
I think it's because we don't have matching gear.
You think so? You think Rion's throwing off the feng shui?
Dude, I know for a fact. The feng shui is real.
It is. I agree. You got to have all the vibes, right?
Yeah, you do. You do. This whole world's made on vibes.
It is. I agree. So once she gets the matching gear, and once we're official faction, the Ito Respect Gundam, and they have the banner and everything, they'll start getting wins.
Bro, look how good Kikyo does the song now and the dance.
She's a pro at it.
And you know what I think it comes from is teaching others. Like,
probably.
I always tell people, you don't get good until you get an apprentice.
Yeah.
And when you teach someone else, for some reason, all the damn fundamentals come to you.
It's because you have to tell them the fundamentals, so you have to know them.
It doesn't matter
forward and backward.
It doesn't matter what it is. I don't care if we're teaching guitar, wrestling, something at work.
Yeah.
It just seems like when you get an apprentice, you always kind of get that.
Right.
Well,
it makes total sense.
It's probably what you said.
The next match was a tag team match. Ane Kanaya and Aya Sakura teamed up to face Hazuki and Koguma. And of course, FWC, being who they are, they're just so good. Hazuki did submit Ane to win this one with a Boston Crab with a knee pressed into her back, no less.
Man, Ane... And we're going to talk about Ane more.
Yes.
But damn it, Ane. It feels like that build that we've had with other people, where we start we like them, but then we really like them. And then we just start noticing little things about them. And we've noticed something about her the whole time. But
yes.
But then we tell ourselves, no, we're just
calm down a little.
We're in denial. We're trying to make something that's not there.
Yeah.
But God,
I don't know though.
God damn it, she's Tam.
She's the second time coming.
I think somebody took some blood out of a cage or something and was like, let's make her again.
I mean, she really exudes the Nakano spirit.
It's just the facials.
Yeah.
It's just those, and I'll shut up because they're not even what I was going to talk about with Ane, but the second thing I'm going to talk about with Ane is just crazy.
Yeah, she was really a standout throughout this weekend, these 4 shows. Like, her journey here to become an official member of Cosmic Angels has been really interesting to watch.
And she hasn't won a match.
She still has not won a match, but she's so good in the ring. Like, and there was a little interesting moment even after this one, like all the interesting things surrounding Ane this week, because Hazuki took a moment after the match.
Oh my God, I forgot that.
And kind of pulled Ane in and talked to her for like an extended amount of time.
Wait, I have it on good authority. Do you want to hear it? I've got the tape.
Yes.
Hold on a second. It's a little choppy.
Okay.
Sounds a little bit like a man. It's a hidden recording.
Speaking in English.
I know you're really Tam. Just blink twice if you're Tam.
I mean, it was crazy. You don't usually see that, right? Especially with people who don't share a faction or anything.
So obviously we're not talking about wrestling, guys. We're not talking about wrestling ability. The girl has a slight look like Tam, but
she favors Tam.
But the part that gets us is literally the facials.
Yeah,
she has little flashes of it, and also her association. Right? I mean,
right with Cosmic Angels.
Hard to escape that part of it.
And she has said that Tam is one of her idols.
Yeah.
Like, obviously.
She just has some of the selling of Tam and some of the determination on her face.
Yeah.
You know, at times, I think it's when she's most determined.
Yeah.
Is when I see it.
That sort of like, you're not going to take me down. Yeah. You're not going to break me sort of
kind of
thing.
Like that, you dirty, you know.
Yeah, I got you completely. But I am interested what Hazuki's interest here is in Ane, if she was just kind of like giving her kudos for her hard work or
It was
what?
A long whisper, man.
It was a long talk. So who knows? The next match was a 6-man match. Rana Yagami, Lady C, and Shiri took on Sayaka Kurara, Yuna Mizumori, and Natsupoi for a little prelude of Natsupoi's upcoming IWGP Championship match against Shiri. Natsupoi actually won this match. She pinned Lady C with the Fairy Magic, her rolling pin. So she got a little win here over God's Eye. It wasn't directly over Shiri, but I think she's really suiting up to be a heck of a challenger for Shiri come the 18th.
Agreed.
The next match was the semi-main event. It was a tag team match. Hanako and Xena taking on B. Priestley and Saya Kamatani. So, a little bit of interesting things during this match. We've got this whole thing with hate going on right now, specifically between Saya Kamatani and Momo Watanabe, which started back at the pay-per-view. So, during this match, Momo actually ended up hitting Xena with her bat, and she didn't miss. She didn't accidentally hit Saya with it or anything. She just hit Xena when she was hitting the ropes, and Saya got so mad that Momo would dare get involved at all in her match, and it was crazy to watch because normally hate doesn't care about that, right? As long as you're helping, it's like, yeah, go ahead, throw weapons or whatever, but Saya was so mad, and then she just turned around and hit Xena with a crazy Star Crusher, and and won the match. So she was just really upset with Momo that she would even dare to get involved.
It's so hard to tell. Like I said last show, we've been fooled before.
Yes.
And they've seemed like there was something going on, and it was all just for a bigger purpose to mind screw everybody else.
Right.
I don't think that's this. I really don't. I think there is definitely something brewing. Now, the thing brewing, is it Saya, that maybe goes another direction, or is it Momo that gets pushed out?
It's really hard to tell sometimes.
I think we're getting more of a clear picture as we go on with what we're covering here.
Yes, but at this point, it was kind of like, what's happening? Who's most on the outs with the faction in general? Or is it just these two that are at each other's throats?
Right.
But the main event of this night was another tag team match. Hina and Ami Sourei versus Akira Kuragane and Suzu Suzuki. Hina has made it clear that she really has it out for Suzu Suzuki and really wants to beat her. That's like a big goal for her. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to get it done in this match. Suzu did pin her with the tequila shot, and after this match, Akira made it clear that she has interest in the Artist of Stardom championships. So,
wouldn't you like to see Hina in a big match like that?
I would.
I think
she gives red belt for sure.
Yeah, I think you grow so much with a big match.
Yeah.
Just a big main event. I think that she deserves it because, she's really, really stepped her game up, man.
She's put in the work.
She was the last sister to shine.
Yeah.
And
she had other things on her mind.
Yeah, of course. It wasn't a lack of talent or anything. It was just, I think she was doing school. But she is definitely... Man, I tell you, I probably enjoy watching her work more than the other two. And that's
really
not a
cool.
knock on either one of those.
No, they're all talented.
It's the most genetically blessed family I've ever seen. But, Hina just has like this, she has this classicness to her. Like, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but.
She's timeless. Timeless. Oh, I miss Tony Storm.
We'll pour a 40 out for the homies. All right.
Yes, I agree. And Suzu, to her credit, has claimed that she wants to make Stardom more interesting. That's why she started Mi Vida Loca, right? And she said with this title reign, she wants to do even more to keep things interesting. And what would be more interesting than offering a title match to someone like Hina?
That's pretty damn interesting.
I think it would be interesting.
Yeah.
So that brings us to the third night, which is the last of the house shows. It was on June 28th in Toyama.
Jesus Christ.
And we started this one off with a singles match between Ane Kanaya and B. Priestley. Now, this match started the way you would think it did. B. Priestley beating the crap out of Ane basically the whole time. But that's not how it ended up, did it?
No, and when we saw it, we were like, well, that's interesting. An interesting singles match.
Yeah. That's a little fun.
Yeah. And
see what happens.
So B. Priestley came in, and B. Priestley had been kind of, I don't know, man, cocky, showy, kind of in the last couple of shows.
Yeah.
I'd really noticed, because I'd made the comment, man, she's comfortable.
Yeah.
You could tell when someone's really,
feeling herself.
Really comfortable. It reminds me, again, of me being back at where I'm at a lot. Like you get this comfortableness to you that's just like, you can come out, you can joke, you can lean on the ropes, all this. But even at the first of this match, she kind of did the Raven thing in the corner. She actually threw her legs up and stuff. She was
relaxing.
She was actually more Andrade over there. She was just waiting and then she did a lot of big kicks, big stiff kicks.
Yes, B. Priestley hits very hard.
Stiff clotheslines, just really cutting Ane off like a normal young girl match. But Ane, and I made this comment during the match, right? It was like Ane was cutting off B. Mm-hmm. And sometimes, no matter what you've heard or what you think, I'm just telling you from experience, you have to fight for yourself in a match. It's hard to explain, and I'm not going to do it here, but there's times in a match that, everything's not written in a damn book.
Right.
You have things you have to do, and you can either take it or you can fight back a little bit. And anyway, it looked like Ane was sort of, coming back a lot.
Right, making attempts to get herself on top of the match.
So it looked fantastic because of this. just a throwaway house show opening match, but it was looking really good, and it actually got our attention because it seemed like, as we always talk, and I'm going to do the word, doing the SpongeBob hands, struggle.
Yes.
We could see the struggle, and it was nice. So they're doing some back and forth stuff, and especially the roll spot where you're on top, you're mounted your opponent, and boom, 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 and you kind of you roll back over, and then the opponent is boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, like a little back and forth ground and pound situation.
Yeah. Well, that's happening. We have the surround sound turned up.
We're just sitting back enjoying.
Bro, this is first match.
First match of this night, and this is the one where we only have hard cams.
Yeah.
So we're kind of far back.
Yeah,
from the
this
action.
is the only one. It's like that. And damn it. But we got it turned up, and so you got to think, this is from a camera audio that is on a hard cam in a gym. So it's far back. And all of a sudden it was like on A has mounted B, and you hear boom, boom, and then you hear.
Yeah, like I wish I could make the sound. It was like like almost like that. Like it was different and bad in a bad way.
Yeah, and as soon as it happened, we
both sat up. I think we were like, "What was that?"
I was like, "Yo!" I was like, "I think she just clocked her."
Boy, did she.
And then all of a sudden, man, everything kind of stops. Time stopped for a second.
B. Priestley reacted immediately, covering her face, rolling to the side.
Because her nose is broke. Listen, if her nose isn't broke, it did a good job of impersonating a broken nose.
Oh, her nose is broken.
And
blood everywhere.
Yeah, there was blood everywhere. I mean, a really good amount of blood. Now, to their credit, they worked.
Yes.
The rest of the match, it was worked. It was pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, B beat on A with the plan B pretty quickly after that, covered in her own blood.
Yeah.
But that sound, everything's going as normal. Everything's cool. And she threw multiple forearms before that. And then just the sound of bones breaking. Like, it was so gross.
So I am definitely not going to throw out anything like unprofessional or going to throw out that she was shooting. And I've seen articles like that. We don't know that.
Accidents happen.
We absolutely don't know that. And I really highly doubt that. But I will say this. When you're mounted on someone and you're doing forearms to the chest.
Yes.
Ching, ching. To somehow get an errant forearm to the nose.
That hard.
It's doing something, right? That's not like moving. Like you're not running when you do this.
Right. She was on the ground.
You're not aiming from afar.
Right.
You're right there. And it's not like B's chest target is hard to find.
It was crazy.
Unless her arm bounced and, I don't know. But
she just broke her nose. It was so loud.
Dude, it was so loud. And
woke us like right up.
It was so loud, and it was like, oh my God.
It was a crazy start to this show. Like, what the heck? And it didn't even end from there. Like, this show was crazy all around, honestly.
I just can't wait to someday, after B. Priestley has left Stardom, and she don't care anymore.
Yeah.
And she's sitting somewhere in Liverpool having a pint.
Yeah.
And somebody's interviewing her. And she's like, I tell you, that little bit, just I want to hear about that.
Come find us in 5 years, B, if you're listening.
Yeah.
Come tell us the story.
Come find us now, B.
Yeah, if you want to come talk about it.
Yeah.
We're here.
We're here for you.
We'll listen. We'll be your shoulder to cry on.
But no, it was just an accident. Accidents happen.
Yes.
And it was just
innocent till proven guilty. Right?
I hate it for B. That sucks. It just sucks to get.
It does.
I mean that
it had to hurt.
Anybody's been hitting the nose, dude. She missed the next show, and we'll get to the show, but I'm not giving a spoiler here. She missed the next show, and I can only imagine she has 2 black eyes.
Yeah, I can. I mean, she has to.
And
the way it looked.
I would have probably missed the show too.
Yeah. This was the last match Ane had before her assessment match as well.
Yeah.
So like imagine how shaken up she was after this. Like the adrenaline alone after breaking someone's nose has to be crazy. Mm-hmm. I've never personally done it, so I don't know personally, but it has to be insane. We continued on with this show. The next match was an 8-man match where Yuna Mizumori, Natsupoi, Hina, and Ami Sourei teamed up to take on Emma Maishima, Mei Seira, Miyu Amasaki, and Azumi. So Neo Genesis taking on the team up of Cosmic Angels and God's Eye here, which is pretty fun. But what's even more fun and exciting, in my opinion, is the fact that Azumi pinned the high-speed champion Yuna Mizumori. Oh, we know what that means.
Yeah, well, they didn't act like it, but yes, we know what that means.
I know, there was no belt holding up or anything. I know Emma Maishima has a high-speed title match coming up, and that's what we're focusing on, okay? Like, I understand that. And there's every chance in the world that Emma Maishima is able to pin Yuna Mizumori and become the new high-speed champion. I am not discounting her for a second, especially with the people she now has around her in Neo Genesis, like literally all the high-speed legends and Miyu Amasaki. But Azumi pinned Yuna, who is currently the high-speed champion. That means something in Stardom.
It means something of our booking for sure. And I'm going to listen, we need to get Okada on the phone right now.
I know.
It has to happen. I'm sorry.
It has to. She has to get a high-speed title match. Azumi, I don't care if Azumi even wants to be in the high-speed division.
That's the thing. That's the thing. If you think back, like in kayfabe, Azumi really doesn't, like, you have to fight. It's not even the belt. Like, she is bigger than the belt.
Yeah.
You remember how bad May wanted to fight Azumi?
Yes, and Azumi was like, beat my defense record, and then I'll fight you.
Right.
like, come on, Azumi, please.
It just feels like that maybe...
You could make that high-speed title so amazing.
That's the whole thing. Just take that title and just make it your title. Call it the Azumi title.
it's the Azumi Sushi title from now on.
Yeah.
I want it so bad. This is everything I want for the high-speed division. The next match was a tag team match, Konami and Momo Watanabe versus Aya Sakura and Sayaka Kurara. This was another one where there was a lot of shenanigans. Momo ended up shoving Sayaka Kurara into Daichi, and she used her bat on her, which allowed her to get the B driver for the pin, so Momo pinned Sayaka Kurara. There were no craziness, like nobody got mad at anybody. It was just Konami and Momo. So Aya and Sayaka, though, suffering a loss here as a tag team. They haven't got to tag team a lot lately, so I hate to see them lose, but it was... Momo's on a tear right now.
Yeah, obviously there's something going on. We just don't get it yet.
Yeah, and I think Momo as well is going to use this as more fuel to the Saya's gotten weak fire, because she was able to pin Sayaka Kurara, which Saya Kamatani didn't do in that championship match.
Yeah, that's a really great point out, man. Yeah. I didn't think about that.
Momo has been riding Saya Kamatani on her getting weaker and not being as strong as when Momo left for her injury. So I think she's just going to keep harping on that until hate explodes from the inside.
It's ticking.
It's a ticking time bomb for sure. The next match was a 6-man match. Matoi Hamabe, Saida, and Hanan took on Rana Yagami, Lady C, and Shiri. And Matoi, in this match, was able to pin Rana Yagami with the sunset flip. She was so excited to get this win over the future champion 2 days before their Future of Stardom championship match. So it was really cool to see her get the win here. She was so pumped.
I definitely like these two against each other. I think it's a long-term rivalry for years to come, but Matoi is so special, and not everybody knows we know Rana is. So it's we talk about Rana enough, but Matoi is so special. She's got an incredible look. She is incredibly talented. She seems like a seasoned veteran.
She does. Like, she already knows everything she needs to do.
I can't remember ever seeing her have hesitation steps.
Yeah. No, me either. Like, everything she does is solid, and she has all the confidence in the world. She said here that after pinning Emma the night before and then pinning Rana here, she said that she wants to be the first of her class to get a belt. So that would be like Emma, Kikyo, Akira, right? So, and Ane. So Matoi wants to be the first to win gold.
Fun class.
Out of that class. Yeah, it's a really talented class. The next match was the semi-main event where Utami Hayashishita, Hazuki, and Koguma took on Hanako, Akira Kuragane, and Suzu Suzuki. So it was kind of fun seeing Hanako team here with Mavita Loca. I think they are a fun little combination.
It wasn't as fun as the other team, though.
Oh, God. Utami teaming with FWC is so funny. There's just something inherently fun and silly about it, these three together. And, of course, Utami never really got a chance to team with them before.
No, it was great, though. I mean, everything Utami's done since her return has been incredible.
Yes.
She is not the same Utami she was when she left. And, you know, it's like that's saying something, because Utami always had an aura. Mm-hmm. Always. Even when Utami didn't feel the same, and it could have been a mental thing, it could have been the company at the time.
Yeah, and she was very early in her career at the time as well.
Yeah, but my God, she had accomplished everything.
Yeah.
And, you know, she led an incredible faction. She had the belts.
Exactly.
She had 5-star matches. Mm-hmm. But something about going to Marigold and coming back, she just seems on another level.
She does. It's like she really upped her, like, not just her confidence in herself, but like her ability in the ring, especially her striking has become incredibly like hard hitting.
And we talk about facials a lot. We talk about facial, and when we talk about, you know, obviously facial expressions and you really sell a match with your face, but the little most minute things she does mean so much.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things I love about her. The wherever her eyes move, it's important.
Yeah.
And I love the fact she has me feeling that way.
Yeah.
Like, some people can come out and you don't give a damn what they're looking at. Like, Yuna Mizumori could be telling me the secrets of the and I'm not hating on Yuna. I love Yuna.
I know what you mean.
but it doesn't sell me the same way as Utami coming out and like a little bit of a half frown out of her mouth,
right?
And like a raised eyebrow, just a half raised eyebrow, because you don't want to go overboard.
Of course.
And
it's the subtleties.
and you
right?
have like 3 pages of lore.
She has finesse.
She's a lore god.
Yes, she has a lot of gravitas about her, and she really embodies that whole royal and cool thing that she has been playing up to. And I do think going to Marigold for 2 years, definitely, it kind of forced her out of her comfort zone, because she had to step up and become one of the leaders in that company, like from straight out of the gate. So she had to do a lot of things in that company to
It's
really
like legit Rocky 3, man.
Yeah.
It's like she you know, she had to go and, you know, get beat up by Mr. T, and
yeah,
you know, go and like do the pull-ups in the nasty gym with the water coming down on her and all this stuff. It's a Rocky 3
it's
thing.
almost like a you don't know what you've got till it's gone thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
she came back to Stardom and she was like, I'm going to make this the best thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
But this match, she actually had a lot of time in this match with Akira Kuragane. I really like seeing those two mix it up. There was a bump in this match where it was just a drop kick in the corner to Akira, but Utami throws herself back so hard, and on this one in particular, it was so high angle, and it's just herself doing it to herself. I wish she wouldn't do it like that.
You've fussed about that for years. Utami really throws herself into bumps, like,
Yeah,
like
she's a machine.
and it's never the bumps from like that she's taking. You're right. It's like bumps like she's giving.
Yeah.
And it's like drop kick. Oh my gosh, she just broke her neck. I mean, it's
It's crazy sometimes.
Yeah, it is.
I worry about her, but she did win this match for her team. She pinned Akira with a German suplex hold, so a nice little win heading into the title match at Korakuen Hall. Then in the main event, Rion, Kikyo Furusawa, and Maki Ito took on Ruaka, Natsuka Tora, and Saya Kamatani. This was just a chaos match, silliness all over the place. Maki Ito got out a cart and like had Kikyo push her on the cart to run into Saya Kamatani. I was like, what is even happening in this match?
This was like the epitome of the bosses away.
Yeah, they were just being completely ridiculous this whole match. Saya Kamatani won this match for hate with the Star Crusher on Rian, so yet another loss for the IRG. They're not happy about it.
I can't believe we didn't talk about this. Listen, anytime that FWC's in a match and there's a sponsorship, do you guys remember when they were saying in the one prefecture that the time they were like, well, if you guys do this and we'll build a house for you, like
if you're like the tourism ambassadors and you move here, we'll give you a house.
It's just so funny to me. Like anytime they're giving something, like they swoop it up real quick.
Yeah,
and it's just like this. In that match, they had a sponsor, and they it was melons or something, and they
just took it.
Yeah, they're like, this is mine.
They took it before the match. They were like, we're gonna win this, and then they did, and then they just took it with them.
It's such a wrestling thing. I love that so much.
They're so funny. They don't have a faction or anything. They need all the help they can get, right?
Absolutely.
They're just here. If they won, they deserve it.
All the sponsorships.
But that was the end of our house shows, and then 2 days later, we had our Korakuen Hall show on June 30th, and this one had a couple of title matches and a Cosmic Angels assessment match, but we kicked off this night with a big 10-man match, where Fukigen Death, Azusa Inaba, Ruaka, Natsuka Tora, and Momo Watanabe took on Kyoko Kotatsu, Lady C, Hina, Ami Sori, and Shiri. And man, even when it's not a trios match, Dream Trine is in there just stealing the show. They are so good together. They've become this impeccable force as a trios team.
Yeah, no, I absolutely love them. And we've talked about it a lot, but they're completely a different team than they were a year ago.
They are, and they even helped facilitate the win here. They did a little teamwork move, which allowed Lady C to hit Fukigen Death with a thrust kick and get the pin. And I really love seeing Shiri, how happy she is when her team wins, and like for the girls that get the pin. Like, she seems really proud of Lady C for everything she's accomplished lately.
She does, and it seemed like if you watch right after this match, when Lady C got the victory, because she did, Shiri's face, it was like a weird surprise, but more of like a really proud mother, and I loved it too.
Yeah,
it was so obvious.
It was wonderful.
Shiri's a gift, man.
She is. She really takes care of her team. The next match was it was a trios match. So we had Akira Kuragane, Itsuki Aoki, and Rina Yamashita versus Rion, Kikyo Furusawa, and Maki Ito. Now, this is just a fun match on paper in general because both of these teams are so amazing and hilarious. I did want to mention the way Rina Yamashita looked when she came out to the ring. Like, it could have been nothing, but a lot of times you don't see something and it ends up being nothing in Stardom. So Rina Yamashita just had this very, like, serious look on her face all the way up to the beginning of the match, even when she was standing in the corner. She just seemed very, like, I don't know if she was distracted by something, if she was deep in thought, if she had something against Maki Ito and the IRG, but it was just different for Rina Yamashita.
So we really don't think she has anything against Maki, because I think that I don't know, they seem like they're close.
They do.
But you're right. She had this faraway look, and and kind of like a scowl, and it's just not her normal thing, really.
It's not what we're used to out of her, right? She might have just been having an off night, but we wanted to mention it just in case
she's
it comes back around.
She's like, I had to poop.
It could be that. It could be, but she did snap back into this match pretty quickly because
I'm so sorry.
Maki Ito and the IRG, they do that little the tag team move where two of the members hold someone down and the third member jumps on their back, very LOC, Yes. LCO, my bad. But Maki jumps on Akira's back to do this move and taunt, and then immediately takes a header off of Akira, like just face plants on the canvas. It was so funny.
It was great. It was like Will Ospreay falling down in the back at the start of Dynamite.
It was so funny because of the way Maki reacted.
She did. She reacted wonderful, just laughing her ass off.
Yeah, she just stayed flat for like 2 seconds, then sits up and is like dying laughing.
Yeah, and which is the best way? That's the absolute best way to react.
Yeah.
Is just laughing at yourself.
It is. We've seen Azumi do it countless times. I mean, it always cracks up the crowd. IRG also has this new tag team move. They've done it a couple of times, but it's basically just Maki and Kikyo standing on the apron, and they throw Rion onto the team on the floor.
Yes.
They just pick her up and toss her, and I'm like, could you be careful, please?
I think it works.
Rina also took the liberty to do the cutest in the world spot during this match.
Which she stole
Maki Ito's thunder, because I guess Yamashita-chan is now the cutest in the world. Don't tell Maki I said that.
Yes, we knew.
Itsuki Aoki did win this match for her team. She pinned Kikyo Furusawa with an air raid crash, and the IRG decided backstage, they had signs and everything, that they're going to start a little protest against Okada until he allows the IRG to be a proper faction.
Well, it needs to happen, Okada. I don't know what you're thinking.
It should have happened by now. It should have been done. A done deal. They are clearly a staple of Stardom now.
Yes, they are well past faction status.
The next match was an 8-man match. Hanako, Xena, Saida, and Hanan versus Emma Maishima, Mei Seira, Miyu Amasaki, and Azumi. So Neogenesis against a Little Stars plus Xena and Hanako. Really fun match. Xena won this one. She hit Emma with a German suplex hold for the pin. And then after this match, Hanako announced that her and Micah are finally going to do their tag team title challenge on July 8th, which is the next Korakuen Hall show, and it's also where Xena will be having her final Stardom match. So, big night for the former EXV members.
Yeah, it'll be cool, and it's nice to have Micah back and
I know. I'm so excited for that match. I love Hanako and Micah as a tag team, and them against O2 Line is going to be really cool. I love seeing O2 Line face bigger opponents because they're so much fun when they're against people bigger than them.
Me too.
The next match was very interesting. Konami, Natsuko Tora, and Saya Kamitani took on Koguma, Hazuki, and Fua-chan. Now, this is Natsuko Tora's second match of the night because of B. Priestley having to pull out of the card, but this match was just full of craziness, especially at the end. Hazuki ended up getting misted by Natsuko Tora in the corner, and then while they were scuffling around after that, Saya Kamitani mistakenly kicked Konami because Hazuki moved out of the way. This allowed Hazuki to hit the Hazuki Straw on Konami for the pin to win for her team. And there were obvious hurt feelings about this.
Yeah, I mean, Saya, she kind of took it. I think she knew she didn't want to turn around. They were on the opposite side of the ring after this was over. And Saya turns around and she's kind of like looking at the others and she's like, What? What's up?
Konami's just like,
yeah, and they were kind of looking. They weren't really mad. I think Saya Kamitani was super overreacting.
Yeah,
and it wasn't like they were pushing her or anything like that.
No, they didn't do anything wrong.
She was being super defensive.
She was very frustrated,
and then she stomped off.
She did, and interestingly enough, in the back, Momo Watanabe confronted her and threw her own words back at her and said, "I bet you did that on purpose. Didn't you, to make us lose?" Because that's what Saya said about Momo when she hit her with the bat at the conversion. So Momo and Saya definitely at odds, but Saya in general seems to be kind of at odds with the whole faction.
I think she's at odds with life right now.
with herself.
The same night, Utami, who she's in the midst of this emotional freaking free-for-all, is getting a title shot. So,
So her head probably wasn't in it to begin with in this match because, I mean, she has a lot of big feelings about Utami, and then this whole thing with Momo, and now that she accidentally did the same thing that Momo did, she's even more frustrated, and I think it's really getting between her and her ability to win, and also between her and her faction mates, because Konami and Natsuko Tora were not, like, hounding her or anything. She did it to herself.
Yeah.
She needs to get out of her head or else it's going to lead to not so good things for her, probably.
Great things for us.
She needs to have that singles match is what she needs to do to get over these feelings.
I agree. That might be the answer.
I think it is. The next match was our Future of Stardom title match where Ronnie Yagami defended the belt against Matsui Hamabe. And this was a very technical match, very heavy on working the arms on both sides. Everyone wanted an armbar in this match, and these two are just so talented. Matsui came out. She has her Stars jacket now.
Yes.
The orange version of the flowery jacket. I was so glad.
It's so crazy because, she wasn't meant, she didn't come out of the shoot for Stars.
No.
And she wanted to be God's Eye at first, is what she said. But she happens to have a color they didn't have.
Yeah, she happens to be part of the rainbow that they didn't yet have in their ranks.
Yeah, so it just works.
It does. This match was a lot of fun. It did end kind of quickly. Rana did submit Matsui to retain the belt for the 6th time already. So Rana is still the Future of Stardom champion. But Matsui is so talented, and she did such a good job in this match. I can totally see her coming back for another shot at this title in the near future. Oh,
absolutely.
I don't think I would be surprised at all about that.
Yeah, it was a really good match, though, and like you said, Matsui showed out. And regardless of how it ended, I mean, it was it was a very competitive match. It could have went either way.
Yeah, they definitely went back and forth a whole lot in this match. A lot of kicks, a lot of arm bars. It was really fun.
But Rana is getting quite the little defense record now.
I know. Like 6 already? That seems crazy. But she's really been having matches at every chance that she gets. And now that we're about to hit July, she's about to go over to America. And who knows if she's going to have a future match while she's in America, or if she's just gonna, test her mettle against the American girls. I cannot wait to see what she does.
Hard to tell.
But the next match was our semi-main event of the evening, and this was our Cosmic Angels assessment match, where Ane Kanaya, Aya Sakura, and Sayaka Kurara, the apprentices, because Aya and Sayaka have suddenly become apprentices again, took on Yuna Mizumori, Sariano, and Natsupoi. And man, this was so good. This was a classic Cosmic Angels match. They are so amazing when they go against each other. They just all have this very similar passion and heart in the ring that's hard to deny.
It really reminded me of, older Cosmic Angels when you had Tam versus Natsupoi or, something, or Sariano versus Poi. And you're right. When they go against one another, it always brings out the best. And that you reminded of just what a great faction they can be and what they are. So I love where this is getting to, because it really puts them back in the level they need to be.
It does. And there was, of course, a big focus in this match on Ane Kanaya, who is actually the only one being assessed for real in this match, because she's not a full-fledged member of Cosmic Angels yet. But she spent a long time in here, specifically with Natsupoi, and just the moments in this with the way she looked at Natsupoi and the way that she threw everything she had back at her mentor. It was so emotional, so wonderful.
If you haven't seen it, watch it and notice these things. If you have seen it and you didn't notice them, go back. Because it's just watch Ane's face. And when she gets angry, and they keep pushing at her, man. They keep pushing at her, trying to get her to fight and, show the fighting spirit. That's what it's all about. And she did, and she made these freaking faces. Oh. And it was just so incredible. And then these moments with Poi, on the ground, rolling back and forth, they went for over a minute of just exchanging forearms on the mat. And, it was just awesome. It was really great. And it ended the way we would expect.
Yes, of course. So near the end of the match, Ane actually came really close because Sayaka and Aya helped her. They hit a spear and a high kick on Natsupoi, which nearly allowed Ane to get the pin if Natsupoi's teammates hadn't come in to help her break up that pin. But Natsupoi did hit Ane with the Pharaoh gift and then the fairy ring to pin her with less than 2 minutes left in the match time limit. So it got really close to being a draw. So the younger girls, they really gave their mentors a run for their money in this one. It was such an excellent match. All the emotional stakes. It was amazing. But almost even more amazing than that was the aftermath of the match, because you had Ane, who was clearly emotional. Her mouth is bloody, her hair's all messy because it came down out of the ponytail, and she was talking about how frustrated she was, of course, because she wanted to win, and she just couldn't overcome the strength of her mentors. But, Natsupoi gave this beautiful little speech to Ane. She was like, what Cosmic Angels is all about. We're all cute. We have the cute outfits. We have a lot of fun. But more than that, Cosmic Angels is about the heart and leaving everything you have in the ring and just throwing yourself recklessly into these matches. And she just looked at her and she said, "Welcome to Cosmic Angels." And Ane just started crying, as you imagine she would, because she is now a full-fledged member of Cosmic Angels.
Yeah, amazing. It was awesome. I think it might deserve to clap. Okay.
Definitely one you should watch, because Cosmic Angels is at their best in this one. Like, it's really great.
And then introduce the crazy captain.
So, Natsupoi once again brought up the fact that this would be a great time for them to decide on a leader for Cosmic Angels, which they haven't had in over a year since Tam retired. So she left it to Sakurara, Sayaka and Aya, to kind of give their opinions and their thoughts on this whole leadership question. Aya Sakura had a lot of thoughts. she thinks that leaders are an outdated concept and that everyone should be able to give their opinions and build the unit to become stronger. And so she nominated herself as captain of the Cosmic Angels.
Yeah, she's crazy.
She's she's lost it.
It's funny. I love that part. I like having a leader myself.
Well, yeah.
But, I'll take it.
The unit needs a leader, right? Like, that's how it's supposed to be. But Aya Sakura is just in a world all her own.
Yeah, she is. And it makes it fun. And that's, one of the best parts about the match is it is highly technical. It is aggressive, but it's fun. It's at its heart, it's Cosmic Angels, and you're always going to have entertaining time watching it.
Yeah, exactly. I even did a little Cosmic Angels roll call there at the end, and in glorious Aya Sakura fashion, did a call out to the crowd that nobody answered.
Yes.
I love her so much. But yes, the future of Cosmic Angels looks bright. And that brings us to our main event of this Korakuen Hall show for the World of Stardom Championship. Suzu Suzuki putting her newly won belt on the line against Utami Hayashishita. And boy, this match was hard-hitting. Everything in this match just looked so heavy. Like, they were just laying it in the whole time. It was rough, which I expected, and it was really good.
Yeah, no, it was. Utami looked like a champ. She came out in robe.
Oh, the robe.
The robe has returned. And she came out in the robe. She looked like $1,000,000. She looked like the champion walking out. Suzu came out looking like the champion that she wants to be right now.
Yes, a very interesting champion.
And they did. They laid in. They laid out. They beat the snot out of each other.
Everything looked like it hurt.
Utami ends up at the end of this match with actual boot marks on her face, like not bloody, the actual imprint of a tread mark.
Yeah.
That was how stiff this thing was.
There was a top rope Hurricane Rana in this match.
Yeah, and I mean they both felt it. It was a definite Stardom main event. Really great stuff. And, Suzu was victorious.
She was, yes. Utami did manage to kick out of both the tequila shot and the first double German suplex hold, both of which are moves that win Suzu matches constantly. But Suzu did manage to hit her with another German suplex hold to finish the match. So Suzu is still the World of Stardom champion, and there was a nice moment after this where she was talking to Utami about how she came back and everything, and she was like, I know most people don't want to say it yet, but I'll say it, welcome back. And Utami kind of got emotional over that. Suzu was like, we're in the same class, so bring it in. They did a little hug. It was really cute, and the crowd all said welcome back, and I think that meant a lot to Utami, who is still trying to find her footing in this new Stardom that she hasn't been in 2 years. It was a great title defense for Suzu. I'm excited to see who comes up next, but we are heading into the 5-Star Grand Prix, so there is no definite next challenger yet. I think we're probably going to hold off since we only have less than 3 weeks before the 5-Star begins, and see, Suzu did say she wants to win the 5-Star as the champion, so I guess we'll see if she's able to do that. I guess she'd get to maybe nominate someone to fight her if she did win.
It ain't gonna happen.
No, probably not.
No, it ain't gonna happen. She's not gonna win the damn 5-Star.
No, I don't think so.
I'm calling it. Listen, Utami Hayashishita's gonna win this damn thing. She's gonna win it, or Saya. It's.
I think that's definitely the way we're trending.
I think it's one of the two, right? It has to be.
Yeah. I would think so. I would think they meet in the final. I think that's probably the most likely scenario.
I mean,
here.
we've done the surprises in the past.
Yeah.
We in the recent past, we've had the shocking wins. Mm-hmm. We've had completed stories.
Yeah.
All this stuff. I want one of these two girls to win.
Yes.
Just flat out, just give me something predictable. I want one of these two to win, and then I want them to face. I just...
With stakes, or even just emotional stakes.
Yeah,
the emotional stakes are so high.
Yeah, with stakes.
It doesn't even matter if there's a belt involved.
Well, I mean, the end of the 5-Star will be involved.
Yes.
Because they're in different blocks.
Yeah, I know. The 5-Star Cup will be involved.
Yeah, and then whoever wins will go on to win the title, and then they can face...
At Dream Queendom.
Yeah.
There you go. We got your whole year wrapped up for you right there.
Yeah, exactly.
But this was a lot of fun, this Korakuen Hall. This whole weekend was fun, from Forbidden Door through all these house shows and the Korakuen Hall show. show. We do have shows coming up this weekend. There are only 4 shows left before the 5-star begins. There's 2 this weekend, 1 more at Korakuen Hall the middle of next week, and then 1 more show next weekend, and then the next weekend after that's a 5-star, which is crazy.
It is.
But we will have our mega 5-star Grand Prix preview for you coming up once we know everyone who is in it.
I think once we pay, I hate getting it that late, but after the next Korakuen Hall, do you think that's when
I think so. I think the next Korakuen Hall will probably fill out the brackets. It has to.
And then we do our big, huge, super humongous.
Yes, because they'll have a week break, so we'll have plenty of time to squeeze it in there.
And of course, that'll be a video.
Yes, it will, but hopefully you guys had as much fun as we did this past week, because it was a lot of fun for us. Let us know what you thought about all this stuff with the Stardom girls, with Forbidden Door, and everything else that you might have watched this week. We love to hear from you guys. Make sure you're following us on our socials at Cult of Joshi on X, on Instagram, on Facebook. Subscribe to the Cult of Joshi YouTube channel. We love seeing you guys over there. And on X, we love talking with you guys and like showing you our cards and everything. It's always fun to do things like that. You know, we're just one big Joshi family. But for now, that's all we have for you. I'm Raja. He's John. So long from the Cult of Joshi.
Bye!